Jess. I'm Blossom.
And I'm Dave. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to another Rude Customers podcast.
Welcome.
How's your morning going so far?
I'm pretty tired.
You know who else is never tired?
Who?
Rude customers. I didn't do it yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was upset
I
at
don't think
myself.
people care too much.
You're probably right.
But guess what people care about?
Rude customers.
And also, speaking of rude customers, we have a video of a lady from Baskin Robbins. It's arguably, we don't know whether or not she's technically a rude customer, if she is matching the energy of a Baskin Robbins employee. But I feel like, what's that saying about beating a horse while it's already down?
Beating a dead horse?
Yeah. I felt like you guys watch for yourself, but in this video, it's giving, okay, lady, you're right. We get it. You're right. But you're kind of just beating a dead horse because you're enjoying it. So,
Is she 31 flavors of petty?
yes.
Now, what are you saying? You what? What are you doing? And what?
I'm tired.
It doesn't matter if you're tired. I walked in here and I was waiting to be helped, and then you start talking all this whole bullshit. Then you curse me out. I'm a customer. I was respectful to you. I was respectful to you.
I'm sorry about that.
And this gonna be on. I'm gonna put this on social media because I'm recording this because she's sitting up here. I walked up in here to get service. The lady was helping another lady, and then normally when the customer walk in, you say, "How can I help you?" Right? So she was washing. She go and start washing dishes while I'm standing here waiting to be helped. Then after she start washing dishes, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Fall back. Fall back. No, you don't need to tell no story because it's over. It don't matter right now. It don't. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. It do not matter.
Okay.
Oof.
So, as you can see, whatever happened, obviously this employee did something wrong. But as you can see, her age, she's obviously in high school. She's obviously young. She definitely does not appear to me as an adult.
No. She's heated, though.
And even her actions of only a child would be like, you have to hear my story. You know what I mean? Like, no adult is like, they wait until the customer leaves and then they just be like, so this is what happened. And you can check the cameras or whatever. Yada, yada, yada. But the fact that her behavior is kind of giving it away that she's younger.
See, I used to automatically think that in the past. I really did. That was my same default mindset for a really, really long time. Mm-hmm. But then something started to change, and it was the cameras. People busting them out. Mm-hmm. People, when that camera comes out, there's this compulsion to defend yourself. There's this compulsion. And now, because it used to not matter. At the early days, nobody really cared. Now, people are getting canceled in their own towns. You know what I mean? You can post something, and then you are, ostracized in your own town. And that's become a thing. So you don't want that to happen. So you think, hey, I'm going to try and defend myself. So I can't even tell anymore, honestly. And this lady is so jacked up on herself that I have no idea what type of relation. You know what I mean?
Feel
this
like
is a tough one.
She sounds, if I'm just guessing, she sounds very confident and I was right here. And she just sounds like she's beating a dead horse.
Possibly. But crazy also sounds confident quite often.
Really?
Yo, the crazier you are, the more confident you can be. How do you know better? So you could just be. Yeah.
I think she.
Listen to the people in the street sometimes. They say the craziest things, but they don't say them meekly. They say them confidently.
I don't believe this lady's crazy. I think this lady believes she's super right.
What I will say is whether she's right, I don't think she's crazy. What I will say is she's abrasive.
Okay.
She's very she could be softer in this situation, and she's tactically choosing not to be. Okay. And even in her victory, I think I think people will understand why there was a conflict. This lady, I don't think things just happened to this lady, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Matter.
Thank you.
It don't matter. You know, she was washing dishes, and so I'm just standing here, and then she said, "Oh, are you?" I said, "Excuse me, is she the only person that's helping people?" She was like, "No, you should have asked me if you needed some help." But normally, I come here too much for me to have to be treated like that. You know, I come here. I don't want to hear nothing she have to say. I don't want to talk because the way you came at me, the way you cursed me, I didn't even curse you.
It's okay. No, I'm gonna speak my story.
Bye, young lady, bye. Yeah, you can pay. Bye.
Thank you.
You know, and where's the manager?
I'm the shift leader right now.
Where's the guy, the Asian guy?
He's not here right now.
What time will he get back? Will he come back today?
Not sure.
Can I get the number, please, and thank you?
We're not allowed to give his number. I'll write down your name.
No, give me the store number. Give me the store
number. You can find it on the Safari.
So you can't give me the store number. You can't give me the number of the store. Yeah.
You just assumed.
I didn't assume nothing. I just asked you when I came in here. I stood there for like about 3 to 4 minutes, and
Oh, this is one of those turned me loose. She gave herself away. She, you know, the last thing she said was, "I didn't assume anything." While seconds before, she did assume. This lady is full of making assumptions. I didn't like the way she treated the other employee. Look, because she didn't look up the website for her.
You know what?
Because she didn't look up the website for her, she gives this girl attitude. I'm just saying, I think I know what happened. I heard enough there to suss out what happened. The girl was washing dishes, trying to get prepared, getting everything prepared.
Yeah.
This lady was probably waiting about 3 seconds, if I had to guess, and then probably gave her one of those. So the girl turns around. "Are you being helped?"
Oh, you should have told me you were standing there waiting, and I would have helped you.
Probably something.
You're gonna talk to me like this?
That's exactly what
You're
happened.
gonna talk to me? I come in every single day. I'm a customer, and I should have waited. That's what happened.
You and I need to role play that
I know.
more. We got to role play more often because that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
100%.
And she did not like the way, because she felt like, I am the customer,
You better
so
cater to me.
in this business, maybe not on my job, but at least in this establishment, I am above you. So you can't talk to me like that.
She got a shit ass job. She hates everything else. This is the one place where she feels special. To get her 31 flavors of
Robbins.
speciality. Oh man, that's good because it's probably true. Yeah. And you want to clown on it, and you can to some degree, but it's just kind of the way the world is now. Everybody finds their own little havens, and when people mess with that little haven, I've been confronted with that myself lately. When you get comfortable with a place, no matter what it is, even if you're paying to be there, you're comfortable with a place. Yeah. And when that gets threatened, sometimes you get upset about it. So I get it. It's still funny.
Ollie.
Now, you going to give me problems too? She's ready to give it to all of them. Wait until she talks to the Asian manager.
I know. I'm like, and I hate that she did that because she can clearly see that the girl, she's already like, no. And she just wants to rub it in. Yep. That's all she wants to do is be a bully. And honestly, lady, you don't deserve a ban, but you definitely deserve you're not going to talk to my employees and harass them like this. You're not going to, yes, you may have been treated not the way you wanted to be treated, but you don't have to take it to a level where now we're talking about this situation for like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it's not necessary. It's not. I mean, you could have gotten your ice cream by now. You didn't really want your ice cream because this was better. This was better. So I know this was better. She could have already got her icing on the cake. This was better. So
this is true.
Icing on the cake is one of my favorite ice creams there. But
oh, really?
Yeah.
But all right, Carvel or Baskin Robbins?
Baskin Robbins.
Ooh.
Baskin Robbins.
Carvel or Baskin Robbins?
Now Carvel. Okay.
East Coasters, like
no,
people who lived on the East Coast their whole life. They might be answering Carvel still.
It's even Baskin Robbins for
you
cakes.
Traveled though. You've been all over. You know
and I
what
worked
mean?
at Baskin Robbins.
Bias.
No, because I've ordered Carvel cake here, and I still I prefer Baskin Robbins, but Baskin Robbins is not within my price range to order a cake from. However,
Baskin
Carvel
Robbins
is.
what? Wait, when did that happen? Carvel's.
No, Baskin Robbins is more expensive than Carvel. Yes.
Oh wow! All right, there's a shift. There's a shift that I was not aware of.
Yes, there's a reason why I choose to only order like vanilla and chocolate ice cream from Carvel than ordering a cake of my choice, because they can make you like whatever flavor, 32 flavors, put into a cake, call it a day.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fudgy the Whale is still a perfect cake. Is all I'm saying. Fudgy the Whale.
The Carvel cake?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
It's good cake, but if you're asking me to decide if I had to, because I love both establishments. I love Carvel. We usually get a Carvel cake like once every 3 months. We get a Carvel cake.
Yeah, we'll get that kick.
And we also got it at our engagement party too.
We did. It was really good. Oh, and that cake was something else, too. That was like your not normal Carvel cake. That thing was ridiculously huge and extra delicious. There was all the crunches.
It was really
in the middle
good.
like
I
that.
loved
It was
it.
so good.
It was so good. I
It
loved
had that
it.
hollowed out crunchy part in the middle too, which was really I loved it. It was like
I told my mom, I always gave her so much crap. Guys, we're about to get to the next reaction, but real quick, I told my mom that I always give her crap because we had our sweet 16, which was like a wedding, and she ordered strawberry cake and strawberry shortcake. And mind you, I love strawberry shortcake, but she knew that Bianca and I, my sister, we love ice cream cake, and she was selfish and just got the cake that she wanted for our sweet 16. And so I never let it go. And so when we finally got our ice cream cake, granted it's also summer, so I think she also did it because it's summertime, but when we got it, she said to me, I listened to you this time because last time you were like, I didn't get my cake cutting. I was like, thank you.
She didn't let it go either.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
No, but I never let it go. I never let it go.
Fair enough.
So, okay. Anyways.
Final thought on
Yeah,
this. It took me a long time to figure out that this little byline here, poor thing just trying to explain herself, it wasn't about the customer.
No, it was
This
about
person
the
was
employee.
defending. This video was about defending the employee. And the thing is, because she comes off so whiny, it is hard to like give a crap. But you know what I mean? Like, I still feel bad for her because I do feel this is one of those misunderstandings that probably did not need to go to the lengths. But I do believe this employee probably did curse her.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, like, boom, that something. You know, I could just imagine she went off on her.
Yeah, and she just didn't think that this customer was going to escalate it to
This
what
level.
she did. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so the next escalation video
We
have on the
escalations.
list. I'm sorry if you can hear our ice machine.
Don't be jealous of our ice machine.
The next video it's actually at a car dealership, and apparently this guy drove allegedly 8,000 miles before getting his oil change and is now blaming CarMax.
8,000. That's yeah, come on.
Apparently, yeah.
And
yeah.
I would drive 8,000.
I'm not really into the car videos, but this was pretty interesting because
Still under 10.
he
though.
was blaming them for he was kind of like, I even know I need to get an oil change. If I know, I drive everywhere, so I'm just like, you know what? It's about time for an oil change. Even if I don't even look at the sticker, I know I need an oil change because I drive way too much.
Yeah.
So I try to get an oil change with me just knowing I drove way too much because I have hour commutes. So yeah. So this
now
guy.
factor in I'm driving too. Now I drive even more of the car, so factor that in too.
But this guy is just kind of being like, you should tell me when I don't know. It's weird. Let's watch.
Let's hear him.
I'm literally so offended that you would think, hey, clearly you must be lying, because anyone would know that. It tells me to do something, I do it. It didn't say there was a problem. It didn't say you need to take your car in for service. It wasn't a service light. It's an add a quart of oil light. I did so.
Sure. But cars don't run out of oil like that.
Well, how the hell do I know that?
You call us and we tell you.
Or I do what the car says, right?
And then when it comes on again, it doesn't make sense to keep putting oil on the car. That's not a thing that you do with cars.
How would I know that? It's the first time I've had an Audi. It's the first time I've had that
I'm not
car.
going to tell you to have an oil change every 10,000 miles if you're going to have to add a quart every 2.
Again, how would I know that?
You just look at the repair manual. It would tell you if you need to add oil all the time.
Okay. You're not getting what I'm saying. And you're making it sound like, oh, well, this is your fault. You should have known. what you're saying is, I'm telling you, it's offensive.
Okay.
It is your fault, and you should have known.
Yes. Thank you. Because I haven't been driving long, but I am an absolutist when it comes to these things. It's your car. You got to learn something about it, right? Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Here's the thing. So my last car, my Nissan, because I just got this new car a year ago. I drive a Toyota RAV4. We drive a Toyota RAV4. We're actually, by the end of the year, we're both going to be driving Toyota's RAV4s.
We like RAV4s.
I know, we love Toyotas. Oh, love them.
Toyota?
I love them way much better than Nissans. I do not care. It's so funny. I talked to Dave the other day about how we can't really, we can state our opinions on things, but we just can't shit on brands. But I'm going to make an exception. I am shitting the fuck out of Nissans. I fucking hate Nissans. They're a disgrace. They're just... Their parts are just the cheapest things ever. Toyotas are the way to go. If you want a basic car, get a Toyota. Anyways.
If you're going to go outside of American-made cars, absolutely. I'm still a Chevy guy. I always will be. But I won't take an Equinox over a RAV4. I won't. I love a RAV4. I got to be honest. The car is just awesome, especially for a first-time driver.
Toyotas are amazing. And, the thing is one more thing before I get... not to go on a tangent, but...
Tangent.
You can. I have friends like Lauren. My friend Lauren. She wanted to live like the Joneses, and she bought a. Okay, this is my assumption, so don't come for me, Lauren, if you're watching this. But she bought a BMW. I love BMWs. It's great. I actually drove her BMW one time. It was great. The parts felt very smooth. It just felt like a very smooth drive. Love it. Love BMWs. However, once a part isn't working, they're paying over $2,000 for a small little part. Yep. And they're just paying a lot when the car breaks down. So then she decided to trade in her car for a Hyundai, not a Hyundai, Honda. There we go. A Honda, and the best thing ever. It's the best car ever. Now, so Hondas and Toyotas are the way to go, in my opinion, if you want a basic car. My point is that they have a BMW, just even paying for a $30,000 or a $40,000 basic BMW doesn't even have all the gadgets that a Toyota will already come with. Yeah. You're just paying for the luxurious car, and then if you want those things that the Toyota already comes with, you got to pay more. So you're paying for the luxury, and then on top of that, you're paying for all the little gadgets that come inside of the car. So that's why with these basic cars, they already have all those things. Yeah. Anyways.
They've stepped up finally. Because the reality is, look, as a guy who's lived overseas and can tell you a little bit about the European car market, it's insane. But when you're going that and you're deciding to do it, it's different when you're there to compare when you're here. You just pick it up. You can go to an Audi dealership. You can go to a BMW dealership. Most of the time over there, you drive to the factory still. There are people who still do that. Drive to the factories to pick up their car, have it delivered personally to them. It's still a personal experience because these cars, German engineering, man, it's a work of art. That's why it's so complicated to take off and everything, because the way they engineer it is so overbuilt. And so they're not designed to fail. But when they do, it's going to cost you. We are not that way. Americans, we learned how to streamline. Is that from Ford right from the beginning? It's what we did. Streamline, assembly line, quick possible, but make it work well. And I think that we would being able to do that with the Hondas and now Toyotas overseas in the Japanese market. You just have that availability at an affordable market. I care now because I drive. You see how I have car opinions now? Because I drive.
And one more thing I want to add to this. I went to London twice last year. And all I have to say is everyone rich in London? Because every single where Lauren and I went, we saw everyone driving a Mercedes. Maybe it was the area we were in, but we were just like, why is everyone driving Mercedes?
Because they don't really have their own car market. That's great about
everyone's driving Mercedes. I was like,
they used to.
And I started looking at the prices. I'm like, is it cheaper here? And I'm like, a little bit, but it's nothing. I'm like, how is everybody is everyone rich in London? I don't know. Let me know.
What do they got there? They got Bentleys. Bentleys British.
All I saw were Mercedes. That's all I saw.
I don't know if Bentleys are British, but they feel British. Just saying Bentley. I don't know if it is, though. I don't think it is.
I'm not meaning to offend you. You put 6 months worth of miles on a vehicle in 2 months, in 45 days.
Okay, I'm a sales rep. That's what I drive, right? But that problem, I'm telling you, has been going on since week 1.
And you should have.
I did not know. How would I know that's not a normal thing?
I don't know how to say that other than it's not a normal thing.
Okay, you get that. You're around cars all the time. I'm not around cars.
Look it up on Google maybe and say, hey,
Are you serious?
I'm just giving you ideas. I mean, it's what I would have.
Yes, he is serious. Yes, he is serious, and you should be taking it seriously. We live in the world of instant information. We don't have to go to. I'm 41.
Yes.
41 years old. I lived in a world where I still had to go in encyclopedias. I like literally not for nostalgia. I had to actually do it. Go to dictionaries, encyclopedias for information. I never want to do that again, okay? Because I love this instant information we live in. I've helped my buddies unlock their cars because of YouTube videos. You have information now. You have no excuses.
Yeah.
You drove 8,000 miles with your change oil light on. You didn't just drive 8,000 miles without an oil change because you can go 10. You went 8,000 over that. Who knows how much really? That's horrific. You about killed your engine.
I feel like Google is a really great source.
Great source.
I didn't know how to change the battery in my car keys, and so I Googled it. So yeah, dude, I think Google is a really great source if you don't know what you're doing. I understand his argument, to be fair. His argument sounds like when my mom goes to Starbucks and there's a matcha, she orders a green tea matcha frappuccino, but sometimes it doesn't taste right. So she'll go and be like, something's wrong. And they'll be like, what is it missing? And she'll be like, but I don't know what's missing. I just know I get this drink all the time. And this is what I know what it normally tastes like. And something's off. So they're always asking her, well, what is it missing? And she's like, I don't know. So I understand what he's saying. Like, how am I supposed to know?
Right.
I just know a car drives like it's supposed to drive. How am I supposed to know when something's off? Yes, like, you know, I get what he's saying, but also at the end of the day, because you bought this vehicle, this is your property, you should know it's not even if you didn't know, it's not his fault for not knowing what's wrong with your property.
So there's something else going on here, and it's okay. This is a patriarchy thing. All right. This is this is a patriarchy thing that I have to speak on. There's another thing happening in this video that only guys are going to get, okay? This is guys not wanting to admit they're wrong to experts. I'm telling you, there's a big part of that here. This guy would rather play dumb than take responsibility to an expert mechanic.
He wants to put the blame on this guy.
Yeah,
so
because
that way
he's not wrong. Yeah, he's not going to go home and tell his wife that he drove 8,000 miles without just like, why would I know? You know, he's gonna try and blame the mechanic in some way or take some responsibility off of himself. This is a guy ego friggin' thing, not wanting to admit what he did wrong to kill his own car. That there's another level of guyness happening here. So it's even stupider, which is great because
stupider.
Stupider. Oh, I said that. That's with purpose. That's with purpose. It's a double pun when you do it wrong.
Stupider.
Stupider.
I know I was driving someone around the other day, and I didn't realize that we were lost because I thought he knew where we were going. And then I'm like, oh, so-and-so, do you want me to put this in my nav? He goes, no, I got it. I still put it in my nav anyways. And then we end up driving around the other day again. He goes, oh, now I have this on my nav so we don't get lost. So I was like, oh, so we were lost the first time. Got it. And he just didn't want to tell me. And I was like, it's such a guy thing. Like, you can tell me that we're lost and I can just put it on my phone. I didn't felt like I needed to because he grew up in this area for over 15 years. So I thought maybe he knew exactly where we were going. But it's okay. If he doesn't, it's okay. So guys are weird. Yeah. They don't like to admit when they're lost. They don't like to admit when they're wrong. They don't like to admit a lot of things because of ego and pride.
Women also don't like to admit when they're wrong.
That's not true. That's not true. Oh my gosh, there's a lot going on.
There is.
An ambulance is coming, guys.
Hopefully not for me.
Okay, I'm not you, right? I've got stuff to do. I've got a living to make. So I come in here to buy a car because my living depends on me having a vehicle. And now what I'm figuring out is that I bought a vehicle with a problem pre-existing. This is a major problem.
Yeah, I understand. And that's why.
And it was sold to me like that. If your car says add windshield washer fluid and you add windshield washer fluid and the light goes off,
because you're consuming windshield wiper fluid on purpose. You know when you hit a button that windshield wiper fluid comes out and it lowers the amount.
how would I know I'm not consuming oil?
Burn oil.
How would I know that? Literally, how would I know that?
Hold on for a second. There's a reason why I brought up the Nissan story to get to my point of it never had the light never came on when the oil needed to be changed.
Oh, really?
No, and then the
Whoa.
guy told me in these newer cars they don't have the lights on or the 2015. I had a 2015 Nissan Sentra.
Oh, you had a recall year.
So
I think you may have had a recall.
the light
year.
never came on when I needed an oil change. And that was my point. But either way, I knew I still needed an oil change, regardless of if this light came on or not. So for him to play stupid and be like, how am I supposed to know this? And so it's weird because he's admitting, okay, I didn't know this. But at the same breath, he's saying, you guys made me drive off with a bad vehicle. It can't be two things.
Amazing.
You didn't know that you should have put oil in your vehicle. Who's more stupid here? Come on. Like, you maybe you don't have to admit it to them, but at least you can like lie to everybody else. And the fact that you're the one who recorded this and thought posting this on social media was going to save your butt is absolutely absurd.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, like you sound ridiculous. Take the L. You need to put oil in your vehicle, and
Right.
the next time this situation, it just doesn't happen again.
Doesn't happen. It's on you. So, I'm not going to hold people to military standards, okay? But I was military, and PMCS, preventive maintenance. It's a very simple concept. Kick your tires before you drive sometimes. It's not a bad idea to make sure everything around your car is operating in the way that it should be before you go. Do it every so often. Make sure your tires aren't flat. Make sure your oil changes. It's just smart stuff to do, not just to make your drives better, but to take care of your car for long term. Like, geez, you can have these cars for a long time. We're going to keep our cars for a long time because we take care of our cars. It's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, I like having a car for 5 years.
Yes.
And it's not me leasing a vehicle. It's just I like that new feeling of being in a newer car. But I could be in a new car for 5 years and then I want to like do something else.
I do miss the American like car culture from the back in the day, where when you bought a car, that was a car that was passed down to your family. Your kid was going to drive that car. Like that car is going to be in your family for 30 years.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Cars were in our families for years until Bianca crashed one, Jordan crashed one, and I never crashed anything. So all of those people in my family, you don't know them, they're my siblings. They crashed my parents' cars and stuff. So now we don't have those cars in our family anymore. And then my dad has another family car that got like smashed into on the street. Remember I showed you yesterday? So, I mean, that car is still
even
working.
the Nissan had an end to it.
Yes, but that wasn't my
That
fault.
was not your fault.
I
No.
got insurance. So some college kid
was-
decided that they were. So the end to my Nissan Sentra story is the reason why I ended up having to get a RAV4 a year ago is because some college student decided that she wanted to be on her phone instead of watching a goddamn road on I-95 and slam into me. And
she got her to admit to it.
yeah, she did it, and I had her, and I recorded the whole situation, and then she ended up giving me
Some money.
She ended up giving me money. Without, we didn't even use the insurance because she ended up just giving me.
I'm still disgusted over it.
But she
I'm
ended up
still
giving
disgusted
me-
over it.
She ended up giving. I felt bad
Could've
for
owned
her.
her.
I know, but I have a heart. If you're willing to, because I have it on, I had everything on video. So if she, and I felt really bad for her, her dad was on the phone. So her dad was cooperative. And so she basically was like, here is the money. And then I also signed a contract too. Like I can't come after her anymore or whatever that. So
Yep.
it was very professional. It was very,
Professional.
I mean, you know what I
They
mean.
made sure. They were like, "Pfft,
Yeah.
we got you for this amount?
Yep. Yep.
Sign this.
But
You ain't
guess
coming
what?
again, lady.
Guess what? That amount helped me. Mind you, when I signed that contract, I had already bought my new car.
Yep.
And so we had to hide it when we were trying to get the money. Remember, we were trying to get the money? So we had to park like parking lots. We had to park like way because I didn't want her to see that I already had a new car. But because I was telling her I'm going to use that money for a down payment, but I already bought a new car. And so.
And then I was able to pull some more money out of that car at the end, too.
Yeah, and so then we ended up getting even more money out of the car so it was perfect. It was perfect.
Still, but because what she did, we could have moved into their house.
I know.
We would have owned their house. It was like that was bad.
I know.
This girl hit her and
felt
admitted to it on camera.
I felt really bad because she reminded me of when my sister was in a car accident. Mind you, yes, it was her fault, but she wasn't on her phone. She was just rushing to go to work, and it was on a rainy day, and she hit someone. And the amount of crying and like stressed out this girl was, I couldn't do that to her. I could not do that to her. And her dad was on the phone. I had everything recorded, so I knew I was in the right. I had her insurance information as well. So I could have called her insurance if she didn't respond in a certain amount of days.
They almost didn't, too. They almost got that caught on them, man.
Yeah, and so
I was not happy.
I almost freaked out, but then they came through with she's a college student that's actually, goes up anyways.
Hi.
But either way, I saw the fear and just the, in her face and all that. And I trusted my gut that she was going to give me the money because her dad was on the phone on speaker and kind of agreeing to all this and like, this is what's going to happen. Yeah. And I just felt
the better way. Yeah. I'm all jokes aside. It's the better way.
And keep in mind, guys, I already had money to get my own car anyway. So it wasn't like, yes, because that money could have helped us for sure. But
why do all that?
Yeah,
why involve? Because who really benefits from that? The insurance companies and lawyers and all that type of stuff. Yeah. Nobody got hurt. There was some damage. They were paying for it. We had plans already. So who really cares? That is the mindset you really should have. It was pretty responsible of you to do that, mature too. But still, we could have owned their house.
Oh my gosh, guys, don't hate us for just rambling. Please don't. I feel like some people don't like us because we're like,
I don't care. Hey,
get to the response. Get to reacting. Get to the reacting. Yeah.
Hey, getting to know you. Getting to know all
right, I'm gonna press play now, y'all.
They love us.
So it's just common sense. That's just common knowledge.
It's common knowledge.
Anyone should know that. Anyone should know that's what you're telling me.
Vehicle, yes.
Anyone that owns a vehicle should know that.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
Yes.
So my mom would know that. Your mom would. Anyone that owns a vehicle would know that.
The vehicles don't consume oil, and you don't have to add oil every 2,000 miles, 1,000 miles. Yes.
Okay. And so I'm literally so.
Okay.
It's true, yes. Your mom probably knew better than, like, if you're driving a vehicle, regardless of if she didn't need to see, actually, back in the old days, you really didn't even need to see a light come on. You knew you needed to get your oil changed. Right. If you drew, I've been driving it a lot, let me go get my oil changed. It's common sense.
You don't have to know what an engine is to know what an engine is. Like, when you really think about what's happening underneath your hood, you think that's making noise for no reason? You think that's a gentle process that's happening underneath your hood? You think there's like love tickling going on? No, it sounds like a violent mechanical thing happening. You know why? Because it's a violent mechanical thing happening. And oil makes it easier. And that's just logic. It's common sense. Yes, you should know better. Don't make me pull your man card now. All right? Pull it.
I mean, I'm a female telling you that you should know better. Okay?
And I just started driving a month ago.
I feel bad that you posted this video and you thought you were in the right. So maybe it was more than just ego, because when you're posting this on social media, like, you honestly think you're in the right.
Oh, you're right.
This is embarrassing.
I thought it was some man stuff really at play. Maybe there was a portion of it, but stupid dominated this day. Stupid. Oh.
Yes.
Oh. It was beautiful. He's a beautiful. I love when people are Kelly Clarkson songs, because this guy was a beautiful disaster.
Beautiful.
You're a beautiful disaster.
Okay, I don't know. It's been a while. That song's been like her first album, right?
Yeah. Early Kelly.
Yeah. Any last words?
Yeah, Justin Guarini was the runner-up to Kelly Clarkson, and he ended up becoming Little Dr. Pepper in the Little Dr. Pepper commercials. Just saying, don't be a number 2. Thank you guys for joining us for another Rude Customer podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed all the insanity, the rambling, and everything else. Make sure you find us everywhere where audio files are found.
Or anywhere where you listen to your podcast, okay? So that's iHeartRadio. It is YouTube if you want to watch us, or Spotify if you want to watch us. Let's see what else we got going on. Apple Podcasts. I don't know. Some people are... Our algorithm or our analytics said that people are watching us on Podcast Addict. Never heard of it, but
nice.
we're
Thank you,
there
Podcast
as well
Addict.
too. So, and they're watching us on their televisions. So thank you so much for watching us. I'm Blossom.
And I'm Dave, and this was the Rude Customers podcast. We'll see you tomorrow.